our financial services sector, which is very highly rated globally, is a key strength in our economy. It probably came about this way because of the importance of mining. Mining is long-term capital, and over 100 years we built up major banks. They're very competitive. So the shake-up in the industry and the concern by Moody's, hopefully just by Moody's, is a matter to give a bit of reflection and pause for thought. In modern economies like South Africa, and in spite of its mining heritage, South Africa is a modern economy, services are the center of the economy. In this country, we're extremely fortunate to have a very strong services sector, not just financial services, but professional services such as lawyers, accountants, consultants. We're a service economy, in fact, and much of our potential for the future will be based on that. So when something like this happens in a key component of a service economy, it is some cause for concern. I'm a believer in the strength of our banks, although technically I can't be sure. It seems to me our banks have had a long tradition of cautious asset management. Our banks are sound and have done well. So it also led me to think a bit about how to value a business. Financial experts tell us these things, and many of the metrics they used have been proved to be somewhat tenuous. In these days, when you look at any business or any industry or indeed any country, how do you value its capacity? Most of it is hard to measure. I remember years ago when I lived in the United States, trying to understand Coca-Cola. When I looked at its balance sheet, I discovered that over 90% of the assets in the balance sheet, or indeed its market cap, was based on soft assets, not hard assets, cash, product in process, technology and factories, but in soft assets, in those days called goodwill. These days we call it brand equity. And of course we've developed some ways of trying to value brands, but it's a pretty tenuous business. So any economy or any big industry or company, for a matter of fact these days, is based on some kind of measure of its value. That's probably why so many companies and countries spend a lot of time building the reputation of the business, and why they're so vulnerable to an attack on reputation. It gives a lot of strength for the media. So value is everything, and an understanding of value and how it comes about in a service economy is going to be central to the South African economy. So I hope this is just a short-term challenge for us. I'm pretty confident it is. And I suppose my message really is think hard about what the value of a business is, because it's often hard to quantify. And it's in the perception of the market and the customers. And therefore good communication about the value of your products, the nature of your strategy, will be central to people's valuing your business or products the way they should.